You know, it's kind of wild to think that this simple swinging weight right here completely changed how the world keeps time. Before this existed, timekeeping was honestly pretty terrible. Today I want to use this little model pendulum clock as a prop to talk about how the history of the pendulum, how it found its way into clocks, and why for almost 300 years this was the gold standard of accurate timekeeping. So before pendulum clocks, people still had ways of telling the time, just not very good ones. You had sundials, which only work when the sun is out, water clocks, candle clocks, even early mechanical clocks in church towers. The problem was accuracy. Early mechanical clocks could drift by 10 or even 15 minutes a day. That's fine if all you need to know is roughly lunchtime, but it's useless for science, navigation, or coordinating anything serious. People knew clocks needed some kind of regular heartbeat. They just didn't have a good one yet. So Galileo and the pendulum. That brings us to Galilei in the late 1500s. According to the story, Galileo was watching a lamp swing back and forth in a cathedral and noticed something interesting. No matter how big or small the swing was, the time it took to swing seemed almost the same. This idea is called asynchronism. In simple terms, pendulums have a very regular timing. Galileo realized that this could be used to regulate clocks, but he never actually built a working pendulum clock himself. He planted the seed, but somebody else built the machine. Huygens and the first pendulum clock. That somebody was Christian Huygens in 1656. He built the first practical pendulum clock, and overnight clock accuracy improved dramatically. Instead of drifting minutes per day, clocks could now keep time to within seconds per day. This was a massive leap forward. The pendulum became the clock's heartbeat. Each swing controls the escapement, which releases the gears in tiny, precise steps. That's what turns a wild mechanical system into a disciplined timekeeper. This basic principle stayed in use for centuries. Once people could measure time accurately, everything started to change. Astronomers could make precise observations, scientists could time experiments properly, factories could coordinate shifts, railways could run on schedules. Time went from being something vague and solar-based to something precise and mechanical. In a way, the pendulum didn't just keep time, it changed how society organized itself around time. Of course, pendulum clocks weren't perfect. They're sensitive to temperature. If the pendulum rod expands or contracts, the timing changes. They're also sensitive to movement. Put one on a ship, and the rocking motion makes it useless. That's why pendulum clocks were terrible for navigation at sea. Gravity also plays a role. Tiny differences in gravity can affect the swing period. So while pendulum clocks ruled on land, they weren't the final answer for everything. Eventually, other technologies took over. Spring-driven clocks and balance wheels became popular for portable timekeeping. Then in the 20th century, quartz clocks arrived, using vibrating crystals instead of swinging weights. And today, the most accurate clocks in the world are atomic clocks, which don't use mechanics at all. But for nearly 200 years, if you wanted accurate time, the pendulum was king. That's a pretty incredible engineering run for something this simple. Why pendulum clocks still matter? Well, even today, pendulum clocks are still one of the most elegant pieces of mechanical engineering you can study. They're a beautiful demonstration of physics in action, harmonic motion, energy transfer, mechanical regulation, all happening in plain sight. And honestly, there's just something deeply satisfying about watching a clock that's powered by gravity, gears, and a swinging weight quietly doing its job. So yeah, this model clock isn't just a decorative piece. It represents one of the most important steps in the history of technology. From sundials and dripping water all the way to atomic clocks, this humble pendulum was the thing that taught humanity how to keep proper time. If you enjoyed this little dive into clock history, let me know in the comments, and I might do a follow-up where we take one of these mechanisms apart and then look at the escapement in more detail. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the talk and the history on pendulums and clocks. So take care, have an awesome day further, and I'll see you next time for more awesome stuff. Alrighty, bye.